All right, to carry on, kill her off. Roseanne could be killed off. The Connors, the spinoff. So much for her comeback here. It comes at a time when stars are trying to see their new light after they're heaved off. Joe Piscopo, with much more than that, comedian extraordinaire, very, very popular radio show host as well. Joe, I guess we shouldn't be surprised in this case that killing off that character, but I guess that prevents her from coming back.
Yeah, I guess so. It sounds like a financial move, doesn't it?
Yeah.
ABC, wow, she was so expensive. Let's whack her, Because listen, what they say about Donald Trump, oh my gosh, what they get away with. She should be on the air. They should say, they should just be a kind of happy get-together with the network and Roseanne. She should be back. But
it's very hard to come back after all of this, right? Evan's basically finding out the hard way.
And now the end is near. The old man came back twice. Remember, once, and then he went to Madison Square Garden. I'm back again, baby.
But he didn't have any of the baggage, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Mr. Sinatra?
Yeah, well, I guess he did.
There was that song that's like, I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, I've been up, down, over, and out. Each time I find myself falling flat on my face, I pick myself up, I get back in the race.
I got it.
That's life. Can I thank you? Can I thank you? I'm still on the road. I go on the road where I go. They go like this. People are afraid to say that if you're conservative, they're afraid to say that. So I go on the road. I'm at the Star Trek convention. I'm in my glory. I did one episode.
You're at a Star Trek convention?
One episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Now they do, Joe, will you come out and do? And I said, and you'll pay me? And I go, yeah. So I go out, and we were at the Rio. We had the Star Trek convention. It was great. And people come up and you sign autographs. I did a whole show. I worked so hard. In the Rio, it was so much fun. I'll tell you what, people came, they see me with you. They say, and with you, Neil, they go like this, we love you with Neil Cavuto. They watch it, they watch Fox, they show up in droves.
That's excellent.
Everybody's so patriotic, and they're afraid to say it, so they go like this with an autograph. They go, I like your politics. I said, what do we have, a secret handshake? You're conservative, right? I think I liked what the president said the other day. I go, we got to do a little secret, Donald Trump handshake or something.
Being so big in the entertainment world now, a lot of people follow you, and you get both sides liking you, which is tough to do.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, does it cut both ways? I mean, how does it go?
It does. They like it. I think because I'm not really, on the radio show like we do on AM 970. Thank you very much.
And you're not carping about it or negative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are the translators. We try to make sense of it all. We support. We are Americans. We're so proud of this country. Neil, I went to Maryland. I went to New Orleans. I went to Biloxi, Mississippi, to Vegas, to Reno, to Los Angeles. We are.
Couldn't you find your way to New Jersey?
What exit? Oh, no, I'm in Nevada. What exit is this? I said they don't have exits in Nevada. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
But everybody's so patriotic like that, and so when I go on stage, I don't really harp on the intricacies of what's going on in Washington.
But you do raise entertainment issues, and that's one of the reasons I've got here. I'm very curious about these stars who try to resurrect themselves. Louis C.K. out of nowhere appears and does some stand-up. And this is someone, the Me Too movement, made a poster child. So I'm just wondering, can these guys come back? Or there's some who have
I think we should do it. I think we should do a do-over. I think a do-over. Everybody knows what's politically incorrect. Everybody knows what's wrong. That old dinosaur mentality of being rude to women, which, as a father of 3 daughters, I'm very sensitive to that. Everybody stops. We start from here, all over again, do-over like that. So, and Louis C.K. is such a nice guy. What a brilliant, funny guy he is. But do you vilify him and then say, oh, his career has ended like that? As a dad, I go, that was reprehensible what he did, but does he have a chance to come back? I think he should have a chance.
Is it tougher, though, for someone like a Kevin Spacey? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what a great observation. This is why America loves you, Neil Cavuto. You asked those questions.
Didn't this movie make like $28?
Yeah, $129 or something like that.
That was one guy.
Hey, I've had some films like that. Hey, I'll tell you, it's all right, okay. I know.
But what is it? I mean, there's some who just will never forgive, never forget, maybe for perfectly valid reasons.
I know.
And some can't come back.
It's got to stop. It's got to stop. We're being too sensitive. I talked to the gals in makeup here just now, and I felt out what's going on. And it would never happen to me. Some girls, if they become independent enough and they can dictate. Now, the good thing about this whole Me Too movement, even though as it comes back, that pendulum swings back, it's good that at least set that bar that a girl can say, hey, yo, stop it like that. And again, as a daddy, I like that.
But now you've had the lawyers who represent the guys in in those cases who have become a cottage industry, right? So it works both ways.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
It's about, my father was a lawyer, represented the non-English speaking blue-collar laborers that his father was, you know.
Right.
People hurt on the job. My father would be turning over in his grave, God rest his soul. I'll tell you what's going on with these lawyers nowadays. Like with Lonnie Davis,
Your
what happened
father
with
was
that?
a lawyer.
He was a lawyer. I was not smart. I know, in your eyes you said,
looking
why
at
weren't
it.
you a lawyer, Joe?
No, but you were very
because
good.
I wasn't smart enough,
talk
Neil,
very well.
okay?
You talk very well.
I know. I went to, I couldn't get into any school, but rest his soul, he was a bright guy, and he would be turning over in his grave if he saw the litigation of today.
Oh, it's out of control on everywhere. But while I've got you here, you and I can remember the presidency of Jimmy Carter. He was not preaching.
My first impression on Saturday Night Live. I did.
Really?
Yes, I had to follow Dan Aykroyd. That was
Remember Dan Aykroyd?
Oh, with a mustache. How brilliant Danny Aykroyd is.
Right.
He had a mustache. He did it. They told me, Joe, you're doing Jimmy Carter. I go, after Danny Aykroyd? Are you kidding me?
Remember the first one when it was time to when Carter took office.
Yeah,
he said,
yeah.
All these promises, I can't do them.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to bother doing the
It was so
impression.
funny. Then they asked me to do. Remember Tom Snyder? Do you remember Tom Snyder?
Oh, sure.
Tom
sure.
Snyder. And then Dan Aykroyd nailed Tom Snyder Saturday Night
I
Live.
didn't know you
And
had
they
done
said,
Jimmy Carter.
that was, yeah, I did. It was the first, and John Anderson.
Oh, who
Dating
cares?
myself.
John Anderson,
Who can forget?
Third-party independent presidential candidate.
Your whole audience went, what?
Yeah, what? Yeah, Neil and Joe are going down.
But
and just
why was Jimmy Carter? I saw the interview that you just played a moment ago. What was that
He's
Woody
doing a
from
habit.
Toy Story outfit? What was that? What was that?
He's doing a habitat.
You've got a friend in me.
You know what?
You've
you
got a
are
friend.
an idiot.
You got a friend in me.
He's building these homes, and he's doing a lot of good.
95, the Woody.
Are you
the
Andy?
Woody, huh?
Can you do the stuff that he's doing? And he's 93.
No, you're right. You're
Right.
absolutely right. He's doing great.
Well, he regrets the tone in Washington.
Yeah.
Something you talk a lot about on
we
your show.
we regret the tone. We enjoy the drama.
Yeah.
Come on, man. How great is this?
But you
The
know,
flag
he
goes down,
did-
and then it goes back up, and then somebody goes, Mr. President, you may want to just saying. You might want to just lay it down. All right,
And
let's
he
raise
did.
it down
What
again.
do you make of that? The fact that the president did. And by the way, one thing I thought was very classy about Jimmy Carter, he could have been there and criticized it, but he just said, "I'm glad he did. Let's move on."
Yeah, and I'm glad he did too. I think America's good. It was the right thing to do. You know, it was the right thing to do. But
What do your listeners say? Are they don't strike me as a poor Carter
No,
crowd.
I have to tell you, and I know, and I watch you and I follow you, and I will tell you this, and I say this with respect to all political parties, and me not crazy right or crazy left. This country loves this president. I'll tell you, I'm out there on the road, and I see it, and they love the drama. They love somebody just ripping it up. We've had it, Neil. We've had it with politicians. This is a non-politician.
So did they say, or did they think that Republicans more than survive in the midterms under your? How jazzed are they by the midterms?
You know, it's interesting because historically, those midterms always go against whoever's in the White
Absolutely.
House. But
why do you assume we don't know that?
If it
You assume like we don't know this basic.
am I lecturing?
Yes, you
Was
are.
that a professorial
Yes, you are.
lecture? I'm so sorry. That was my Democratic
There you
side
go.
coming
I
out of me. I'm
understand.
sorry.
No,
But
it's kind of a Walter Cronkite guy. Always lose in the midterms. like, where are you going with this? All right, so now they're not so convinced of that, right?
if there was ever a change in the midterms, it would be now under this president, and I'm hoping. You know what? I remember.
The president loves you.
No, what? No, I get invited to the White House.
Oh, stop.
When Melania and Donald were dancing at the inaugural,
All right.
who sang "My Way"? Did you recognize any
No,
of those
I did
people?
not.
Oh,
No.
can we get Joe Piscopo over here?
Piscopo?
Get Piscopo up there. I would have gladly sang "My Way." They never asked.